Hey guys, welcome back on your mat. We are practicing a yoga class especially designed for runners and athletes today. The idea is that if you don't do that much yoga in your life, to get a really good balance to your workout, to your running or mountain biking or anything you do maybe at the gym as well. It's a very stretchy class, so we work a lot into flexibility. And if you're not an athlete, if you are a yogi, a pure yogi, you're very welcome to join in as well. I look forward to seeing you on the mat just in a minute. So we begin this practice in a posture that has a very interesting name in yoga. It's called Bananasana, basically bringing the body into a banana shape or a C shape. Come to lie straight on your mat. If you can, if there is anything going on with your low back, you can always do it with your knees up and the feet, the soles of your feet flat on the mat. If you can, extend your legs now and then bring your legs as far to the left side of your mat as you can. So take a moment to shuffle them all the way over and then gently press your elbows down the back of your head and then start to shuffle your upper body to the left side as well. Don't lift your hips, so the right hip wants to stay glued down to the mat, and make sure you're nice and long so you're not compressing anywhere through the spine. If you want a deeper stretch, step the right foot on top of the left. And then extend your arms up and overhead. Get comfortable here. Extend your right arm. Take the left hand, grab hold of your right wrist and take a moment to settle in to your nice Bananasana, beginning of this practice. In every class, if we have a bit longer, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. So if eyes closed, don't feel comfortable for today, just choose a single spot on the ceiling to narrow your awareness, to soften your attention. And then allow yourself to arrive here on your mat today. Notice how you're feeling as you arrive for this yoga practice, because sometimes we need a bit more motivation to actually take that step and unroll our mat. So well done you for getting here. The biggest step is done. You're here now. You're in safe hands. And allow yourself now to settle into this practice. Get comfortable. Have a look that your head and your neck are nice and comfortable. So just allow your head to flop into any direction that you like. And now as we start to deepen the breath, so drawing the breath through the nostrils, down along the throat, the chest, into the belly. See if you can lengthen through the right side body just a little bit more. Not too much, it's not an active stretch yet, but feel the right side body lengthening. The right heel gently pressing forward, the arm lifting up and overhead. And with every exhale breath, soften and relax the right side body, especially down towards the ground. Let's take 5 more rounds of breaths together. So inhale, nice long sensation through the right body. Breathe into the space of where you feel the sensation, that stretch. And then with your exhale, soften and relax the muscles. 4 more rounds, deep inhale. Nice long exhale. 3 more rounds, breathe in for as long as you can. Exhale, nice long breath out. 2 more. And for the last round, make this breath and this stretch become more active. So reach your fingertips away from the body, stretch your heels away, inhale. And then on your exhale breath, if you had your feet on top of one another, uncross your legs, walk the body back to center, and then we're going to set up for the second side. So walk your legs all the way over without lifting the hips to the right side of your mat. You can step the left foot on top and then shuffle the upper body over to the right as well. On this side, the arms come up and overhead. And then it will be the right hand that holds the left wrist, just so you can comfortably open the left side of your body. It's a C shape again that we are creating through the body. So notice if you're rolling onto one side more than the other, we try to stay flat on the mat with our whole back body. See if this side feels different to the other. Usually we have one side that is driving our practice more than the other, or one side that feels a bit more open. And just see if you can find the same sort of breath here. Nice long inhales, nice soft and long exhales. Relax head and neck. And then let's take 5 breaths here. Inhale, nice long stretch through the body. Exhale, soften. Relax the left shoulder. Inhale, full breath in. Exhale, complete release. For 3 more rounds, think of breathing into your left ribs, all those muscles that are sitting there. Feel the expansion of the ribs to the left and right side of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Now it's probably one more cycle of breath. Make that become more active. Stretch your arm away. Gently press the heels away from the body. Beautiful work. And then slowly release your arms down to your sides. Walk the upper body back to center and then shift your legs back in with you. Step the soles of your feet onto the mat if they're not there already, and then hug your knees in and up towards the chest and really squeeze your knees tight in towards the body. And then have a look that your sacrum, your low back, comes back onto the mat if your hips start to lift. Gently rock the body from side to side. Create a few small circles over the area, the skin of your low back by holding the knees. Change direction. If you're again working out a lot or running, especially using your back a lot, this is a really good self-care, really nice massage for those areas of the back. Good. And then come back to center. Drop the right foot down onto the mat and extend your left leg up towards the ceiling. Now it depends where you can comfortably reach without lifting the shoulders off the mat. That can be the calf, it can be the back of the thigh. Maybe some of you even hold on to either side of your foot. You can have your right leg bent or straighten the right leg down to get a bit of deeper sensation. And then really point your toes toward you. Look toward your ankle, so your head is nice and long, or the neck rather is nice and long, with the head relaxed. And then point your toes away. Notice how that changes the sensation for the stretch. And then again, flex the toes. Point the toes away. One more. Keep breathing through it. And then rotate the ankle one way. The other way, keep your shoulder, your facial muscles nice and relaxed. This left leg doesn't have to be straight, just as much as you can straighten it, and then come back to center. We're taking a moment here just to draw the leg towards us. So think of really pushing the heel up towards the ceiling, the right heel forward in a way, so you're kind of scissoring through the legs. Inhaling. And then with your next exhale breath, bend your knee, take the right hand onto the right hip to stabilize, and then open the hip out to the side. So take your left hand and then gently open the hip out to the side. Left foot is floppy and relaxed. We start opening through the inner thigh, the area of the hips. Again, if you're running or if you're cycling, it's quite a lot of forward movement. Muscles do the same work, so it's so good to open up the hips, gaining some more flexibility. Take one more breath here. And then coming into a spinal twist. Bring your knee back through center. Right hand now takes the left knee and then guide it up and over into your twist. The knee doesn't have to come to the ground. Prioritize having your shoulders on the mat for this twist today. And then extend your left arm into a half T shape. If you don't have enough space in the room or in your hotel room, wherever you are, bend your arm into a cactus shape. And then look over towards the left elbow. Really make sure that your shoulder is far away from the ear. And then to make this become more of an active stretch, with every inhale, gently press your knee into your hand, resist. And then with the exhale breath, just see by softening the muscles, if the twist gains a bit more depth. 2 more of those rounds. Inhale, lightly pushing the knee into the hand. Exhale, also really relax your left shoulder down to the ground. Very nice. 1 more in breath. And exhale, full twist. Beautiful work. Slowly roll back to center. Then we're going to change the side we work on. Left foot comes down. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. And already here, forget about having to do the same than you've done on the other side. We usually again have a dominant side of the body, or maybe with running, cycling, anything you do in the gym, one side works more. So it could be that this feels more open, for me more tight this side. And then again, point and flex the toes. You can have your left foot straight, or your left leg rather straight down on the mat, or the foot on the floor. And really work with your breathing. So nice long inhales, nice smooth and long exhales. Rotate through the ankle. Really good to get in knee clicks and cracks out here. Change the direction you're working on. Keep your gaze forward, neck nice and long. Beautiful work. And then just taking a moment here to really lift the leg away from the body. So think of lifting your leg almost out of your hips, the femur out of the hip. Flex the toes, push through the heel. And then slowly bend your knee again. Stabilize your left hip with the left hand. Right palm opens the knee into your half butterfly. And then try to stay relaxed here. Quite often when we start to work on the hips, we become very serious. We think we need to go a lot. Just allow your body to find depth, breath by breath. And it doesn't matter how far you're going anyways, as long as you're breathing well. Keep your left leg nice and long if you have it on the mat. Good, and then come back to center for your twist. Knee in line with your hip. Take your left hand and then guide your knee all the way across into your twist. Extend your right arm away from the body, either into a half T shape or cactus arms. Let your right foot be floppy. Send your gaze over, and then again to make it more active on the in-breath, gently push the knee up towards the ceiling. Resist with your hands. And on the exhale breath, just see if the knee softens, and if you twist just goes a bit further to the left. Let's take 1 more full breath here. 1 more nice long exhale. Great, and then release, come all the way back and out of your twist, and lift both of your knees in and up towards the chest. This time hold the back of your thighs, your hamstrings. If your back is okay with this movement, start to roll up and down the whole length of your spine. And especially as you roll back, try to not go into your neck, so just up to the shoulder blades. Again, another really good self-care, something you can easily do in a small space. Let's take a couple more here. Lead the way from your core, so start to use your abdominal muscles. And then with your next round, come all the way into cross-legged and then move the body forward into tabletop. So find your way onto your hands and knees. Good, really, really nice. So we are slowly moving into a bit bigger movements with the body. Coming into tabletop as a first posture here. Knees underneath the hips, palms underneath the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide so you can claw the mat with your fingertips. And then lift your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Make it feel almost uncomfortable. And then start to draw your shoulders away from the ears. And notice how the elbows automatically bend and your arms move slightly further to the knees. Now keep that space between shoulders and ears. Push the feet, the hands down as your foundation. And then for cat and cow, nice and slowly drop the belly. Arch your spine, lift the chest and your gaze forward. Breathe in. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone under and vertebra by vertebra round your back. Push the upper back towards the ceiling and look toward your navel. Inhale for 4 more rounds, drop the belly, arch your spine, lift chest and gaze. And with your out breath, round your back for cat pose, push the hips slightly toward your nose. 3 more rounds, again claw through the fingers so the weight is not sitting in the wrists. Soft bend in the elbows, especially if you tend to hyperextend. Couple more rounds. One more, move with your breath. Inhale to arch the spine, cow pose. Exhale, rounding for cat pose. And then come back into tabletop. For downward facing dog, take your hands one hand width further forward, curl your toes under. Now really think of pressing all 10 toes down to the mat, all 10 fingers, lead the way from your hips, lift the knees off the mat, creating a bit of heat through the core, and then as slow as you can, lift your hips all the way back and up, and make this become a really slow and controlled movement. Elbows are just very lightly bent. Now the arms are lengthening more in that down dog. And then find your way into your first upside down V shape, your downward facing dog here. A few things to check in. Head is in between the upper arms. The palms are pushing forward as if you want to move the mat away. And then bend your right knee to the chest, straighten the left leg more. Bend your left leg, straighten the right leg more. Take a few more of those, walk your downward facing dog out on the spot here. And it's very likely if you add this to a workout or you do it after workout that your legs are quite shaky. So maybe you have to bend the legs more. Don't worry about straightening the legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Most important thing here to consider. And then come to a moment of stillness. Let's take one breath together. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. And then lift your heels as high off the mat as you possibly can. And then slowly descend your knees back to the earth. Great. From here, look forward and step the right foot in between your palms to the top of your mat. Hands are on either side of your front foot. And make sure you have about hip distance between your knees. Keep the back toes curled under. With your in-breath, start to open the heart. Depending on the length of your arms, that's simply the anatomy of the body, your arms might be lifted. So you can stay here. Draw your right knee forward, open your heart. With your out-breath for a half split, lift your right toes and start to lead the way back from your hips. Again, the same here, your leg might be gently shaking or you feel it's hard to straighten that leg. It doesn't have to be straight. Work through it with your breath. So again, as much as you can, working the way back with the hips. Keep your hips open. Notice if you sway from one side to the other more and look forward toward your toes. Now let's start to flow with the breath for 4 more rounds. Inhale, low lunge, come forward, open. And with your out breath, come into half splits, a good hamstring stretch. 3 more to go. Inhale, low lunge. Right knee comes forward and exhale, half splits. Breathing in, coming forward, opening the heart, soften shoulders. Exhale all the way back. Inhale, come all the way forward, breathe in. And breathe out for your half splits. And now stay in your half splits version, move your hands toward your body, then flip your fingertips so they're facing the back of your mat. And walk your hands as far to the end of your mat as you possibly can. Flex the toes even more. Draw the crown of the head forward. Remember, a good intense stretch, but not painful. Inhale and exhale. Very, very nice. And then slowly release your hands. Come all the way forward. Now this is a movement that sometimes can get confusing, so let's see if we can all get there. Lift your left toes off the mat. Turn your foot towards the right side, so your shin is parallel to the short edge of your mat. This is a half warrior 2 posture, really good for the inner thighs and for the hips to stretch. Right hand comes to the inside of the right foot, and then start to open up through the left hand. Stay relaxed in your head and your neck. You can look forward, you can look down, maybe to your thumb. And then start to draw circles towards the back of your mat first, and then all the way forward and around the body. Relaxing those shoulders. If you do a lot of upper body workouts, it's really good to Just bring mobility back into those joints, shoulder joints, also a bit the arm, the wrist. And then as you come back next time, lift into your half warrior two. And you might think, why do we not do the full warrior two? This sometimes can feel more like a stretch, so that's why we are working on a half warrior two pose today. Arms are parallel to the floor. Open your right knee as far to the right side of your mat as you can and keep that leg open. For extended side angle in half warrior two, bring your forearm onto your front leg and try to bring the hand toward your calf and then extend the arm up and overhead. Take a moment to soften and really guide your hips open here with the help of your hand as well. Take a deep breath in, nice long breath out. Beautiful work. And then to turn over onto the second side, look towards the back of your mat, release your hands down. You're simply placing the right leg down and step the left foot forward, and magically you're on the second side. Good. So this time again, hands are on either side of the foot or lightly off the mat. Breathe in, you know where you're going. Open the body. Exhale, half splits, lead the way back from your hips. Before we flow, just find your initial kind of posture here. So have a look that your hips stay open, that you feel a comfortable stretch, not too much. Look forward and then start to move. Actually, back toes are curled under. Inhale, come forward. Gently press into your back foot as you do so. And as you exhale, guide your way back through the hips. 4 more rounds. Inhale, open the heart forward, look up. Exhale, half splits. Breathing in, coming forward. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale. Inhale, coming all the way forward. Exhale, all the way back. Sometimes when I'm in the flow, I forget to count. So we're going to take 1 more round. Inhale, open the body forward, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, stay in your half splits. Fingertips walk in towards the body. And then the hands flip. Fingertips are reaching back. And try to lean over your front leg more now. Flex the toes. Spine is as long as you can. Crown of the head reaching forward. Breathe into those sensations, those stretches. And then for half warrior two, on the other side, take your hands forward. Left hand to the inside of the left foot. Pick the back foot off the mat and then turn your leg in so you're in a parallel line with the mat. If your front knee is not quite over the front ankle, adjust that slightly. Keep your left hand to the inside. Again, here you might be further up if that's more comfortable. And then reach your arm up and overhead first. Take a moment again to decide where you want to look at. If you look up, start to follow your thumb with your gaze and turn through the shoulder joint or roll through the shoulder joint here. Nice long cycles of breath. And then for full half warrior, that sounds good, full half warrior, come all the way up. And then start to direct the left knee forward, open the knee to the left side of your mat, the hand moves to the inside, and then reach your right arm up and overhead, a nice stretch like we did in the beginning for the side body. Breathe in, breathe out. Very, very nice. And then come all the way back. We're going to turn to face forward again. Right foot is at the top of the mat. And then for downward facing dog, place your hands on either side of the foot, lift the left knee, and then step the right foot all the way back, come into your downward facing dog. Beautiful work. And now let's lift the heels off the mat. This time look forward with nice small steps. Make your way all the way through to the top of your mat. Relax the head, relax the neck. Bend your knees as much as you need to relax your upper back. And then tuck your chin to your chest, slightly push the hips forward, and then roll up to standing, vertebra by vertebra. Nice, long, slow movement here through the spine. Then as you come up, lift the shoulders. Take 3 rounds of shoulder circles. So important if you work your body, if you do cardio or a lot of weights, to really get movement back into the body as well. And then next time your hands come forward, reach your arms up and overhead, palms in prayer, a light back bend, press your hips forward, and then draw your hands all the way down through to the heart. Great. We're gonna go through one more movement, which was quite similar to the first flow we've done, and then a final stretch for this practice. Stay forward with your right foot first and step the left foot back into pyramid pose. Both feet are facing forward. Shift your hips forward as well, left hip especially. Bring your hands to your tailbone. You can either squeeze your shoulder blades in from here or draw your knuckles down and then away from the body. Have a look that your ribs are slightly back and in. Breathe in and open your chest, your gaze. With your out breath, fold your body forward halfway. Now really make sure you're grounding through both feet. Take another breath in that halfway lift here. And then start to fold over your front leg. Very similar muscles that we try to stretch here. The front leg, the hamstrings here. Relax the head. Try to use that shoulder opener as a release through the upper back. And then find your way back up to standing. From here, turn your right foot forward, your left foot in, and then face the other side of your mat. With the left leg forward now, the right leg back in pyramid pose again, hands at the tailbone or back, and squeeze the shoulder blades in now wherever you are. Breathe in, lift the body. Breathe out, fold over your front leg. Have a micro bend in that left leg. Reach the crown of your head forward. Take one more breath in, squeeze the shoulder blades in. And then fold over your front leg. Keep that nice opening at the heart, that gentle drawing in of the shoulder blades. Relax the head for a moment. Beautiful work. And then come all the way up to standing again. From here, release your arms. Both feet are now parallel to one another in a wide-legged stance. For a bit more movement through the spine, we're going to finish with some twists. Arms are reaching away from one another. And then from here, take your left hand and move the hand towards the right leg. You can either have your hand towards the right foot on the mat or hold the outer edge of your leg here, wherever you can comfortably reach. And then from here, keep your hip towards the left, so your hips again are not closing, and then open your right arm out, maybe up towards the ceiling. For shoulder circles again, draw your hand back and then towards the hand that is on the floor. Nice, big opening here. And then let's take that straight to the other side. Right hand over to the left leg. Anywhere you can comfortably reach, that can be the outer leg. Open the right arm out. And this could be here for you. Again, it depends how tight the muscles on the chest, the shoulders feel. Reach into your fingertips, head relaxed. And then again, create circles. Nice big circles. And with your next out breath, forward fold. Release the body forward. Relax the head completely. Draw circles with your nose to release any tension through the head to the neck. Circle your head the other way. And then just hang there for a moment. Allow your body to soften completely from head to toes. Everything relaxed. Everything heavy. And then bring a bit of energy into your hands so you can lift the head. Heel toe your feet in together. Bit more than hip width apart for our last posture, yogi squat. Toes are out, heels in. Sink down into a squat. If your hips are lifted here, stay. It's a bit harder work, but if you can, drop down through the hips, so your hips are softening to the ground. You could sit on a block or a bolster as well here. Place your hands together, draw your thumbs towards the sternum. And now at the same time as you try to open your knees with your elbows, with your upper arms, Squeeze your knees in together, so you're really creating muscular engagement, and at the same time you're relaxing through as you breathe out. So inhaling, pushing the knees in, resisting with the arms. Exhaling to let go for a moment. Inhale. One more out breath. And then from here, take your hands behind you. Very slowly come down into a comfortable cross-legged seat. For some of us, cross-legged is something very hard as well to do. So if your knees are up here, just work on daily trying to sit cross-legged. The hips will open. And then as a final relaxation posture, I've chosen to come into Sukhasana, cross-legged today. Take your fingertips forward and then fold your body forward over your legs. Don't worry how far the body folds forward, how far you can release down. Keep your hips heavy on the ground and then soften completely through the upper body. Close your eyes again or soften your awareness. Just take a moment to recognize and appreciate your practice, the work you've done on the mat today. Hopefully it didn't feel like too much work, but you know what I mean. Well done for showing up. Stay here for as long as you like. And when you start to move into your day ahead, I wish you a wonderful day or a relaxing rest of your evening. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and like the video if you benefited from it. Thank you from my heart to yours. Namaste.